This might be the worst case of CTE I've ever seen. Antonio Brown doesn't come close to it. And we've seen this guy get arrested and have a whole SWAT team outside his house. How do you forget who Cam Newton is? So, basically, Cam Newton had came out and criticized Tua Tagovailoa for starting the season 0-3. He was asked at his presser about Cam Newton's criticism. And he said, and I quote, as if we're not talking about, a guy who 10 years ago was literally the best quarterback in the league. I want to see anybody on the streets come play QB. Cam Newton is doing this thing in media, but it's easier to be able to hold a clicker and talk about it. Basically saying, you're a pundit, you're an analyst, don't talk to me, I'm out here on the field doing my thing. It's so easy for you to just criticize from the outside, but you could never come on the field and be better than me. Oh, yes, he can. Cam Newton can do 0-3 with Miami. I'll tell you what, Cam Newton would not go 0-3 with Miami if he was in his prime. 2015 Cam Newton. Give him Tyreek, Jalen Watt. Oh, my man made, a very bad offense with a great tight end, mediocre wide receivers, win 15 games and lose a game. What? I'm telling you right now. This is Cam Newton's accolades. In college, he was better than you. In the pros, he was better than you. Tua, this guy is 100 times better than you in everything you do. I don't know if it's all the CT you've already accumulated in your career, but Cam Newton is twice the player you ever will be. In college, Heisman winner. AP College Player of the Year. Sports News College Player of the Year. SEC champion. And then in the NFL, picked first overall player, wins Rookie of the year 1. 4 years late, and then also offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, and then 4 years later, Offensive Player of the Year, MVP of the whole league, 15-1, All-Pro multiple times, right? First team All-Pro in 2015, of course. And then he ends up winning the NFC Conference Champion in 2015. He wins that final, gets to the Super Bowl. Obviously, he lost the Super Bowl. But I'm telling you right now, Cam Newton's, you could say, he's a one-year wonder if you want. That 1 year in 2015 is better than what your whole NFL career has been and will be. You haven't won a playoff game. You haven't won your division. You've made the playoffs a couple times to get blown out. You didn't even start all of the times your team made the playoffs. We had to see Skylar Thompson start in Buffalo, and it looked like they had a better chance than when you actually got to play in the playoffs. And you've not won a single playoff game. This guy's an MVP. Tua, if you go to Vegas, I could put $20 on you being MVP. For a $1 million cash out. But I might as well go donate that money to a charity because that's money gone. Free bread for the casino. So, for you to come out and call this man an analyst, say he's just a guy with the clicker, is absolutely insane. I don't know if, CTE kind of took out the year of 2015 and 2011 and 2010 because Cam Newton in his prime was the best quarterback in the league. Took the sorry Carolina Panthers, who've never won a Super Bowl, to the Super Bowl. The last time they made it was, the year, I believe, 2004. Correct me if I'm wrong, 2005 when they lost to the Patriots. But Cam Newton, man, is genuinely the best thing to happen to the Carolina Panthers history. And I don't say that lightly because he has had some of the worst wide receiver cores, and he would still manage to make the playoffs. He would still manage to make the Super Bowl. But I will say, he's had a solid defense that year. He had a great tight end. O-line was pretty good. But Cam Newton really put that team on his back. Tua Tagovailoa can't do half the thing he's done. I'm telling you right now, Josh Allen is closer to Cam Newton than Tua is closer to Cam Newton. And that's a fact. You said you can't do half the things Josh Allen can. You're getting paid, $2 million less than Josh Allen. Doesn't mean because you got paid more than Cam Newton back then, doesn't mean you're better than Cam Newton. CTE is a crazy thing. You hate to see it. Tua's taking some pretty big hits. But for him to come out and tell Cam Newton what are you doing, man? That's absolutely diabolical, shameless, anything you can say, because Tua, I'm telling you right now, the Dolphins aren't going to win 7 games this year. You might finish last in the division, possibly second to last because the Jets stink, but dude, you need to figure it out because it's absolutely crazy to me. And honestly, the Dolphins have the worst contract in NFL history that they have to employ this guy for the rest of the decade. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Tua going after Cam Newton? Because personally, it seems like he's forgotten about 2015. That year alone is greater than Tua's career. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.